Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel, Canada Immigration. What if losing your work or study status in Canada no longer meant packing your bags and leaving the country immediately? In a major immigration update for 2026, Canada has quietly introduced a new option that could help thousands of temporary foreign workers and international students stay legally while figuring out their next move. But there's a catch, and if you miss the deadline, it could seriously impact your future in Canada. Here's everything you need to know. Canada's new rule for out-of-status workers and students. Canada has updated its immigration rules, giving temporary residents who lost their status as workers or students a brand new pathway. Under the updated guidance released on May 1, 2026, these individuals can now apply to restore their status as visitors without having to leave Canada first. Earlier, the rules were much stricter. If someone lost their worker or student status, they could usually only apply to restore the same type of status they previously held. That meant many people had no option but to leave Canada and try to re-enter later as visitors. Now, that extra travel, uncertainty, and stress may no longer be necessary. What is restoration of status? Restoration of status is a legal process that allows temporary residents in Canada to regain their immigration status after losing it. But this process comes with strict conditions. Applicants must apply within 90 days of losing their status. They also have to remain physically inside Canada while waiting for a decision. Most importantly, they must still meet the requirements of the status they are applying for, whether that's worker, student, or visitor status. However, there's one very important rule many people misunderstand. Submitting a restoration application does not give permission to work or study again. The moment someone loses their authorization, they must immediately stop working or studying until approval is granted. What this means for workers and students. This update creates a temporary safety net for people who suddenly lose their work permit or study permit and don't have an immediate pathway to renew it. Instead of being forced to leave Canada, they can now apply to stay as visitors while exploring other immigration options. This could give people valuable extra time to search for a new employer, apply for another permit, or plan their next steps without rushing to exit the country. To do this, applicants must submit a restoration application together with a visitor record application, pay all required fees, and convince the immigration officer that they qualify as genuine visitors. Important risks you should know. Even though this change sounds positive, restoration applications are never guaranteed. Immigration officers review every case individually, and approval remains highly discretionary. Another major concern is that applicants are technically considered out of status while waiting for a decision. That history could affect future immigration applications, including permanent residency, even if restoration is eventually approved. Because of this, immigration experts strongly advise temporary residents to maintain valid status whenever possible and use restoration only as a last resort. Different restoration scenarios still allowed. Workers can still restore worker status, and students can still restore student status like before. In some cases, workers may even apply for student status, while students may apply for worker status if eligible. But the biggest headline is clear: workers and students now have a new option to restore their status as visitors without leaving Canada. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell if this helped.